Hi everyone, today I will be turning myself into a Okay, so as you could probably already tell from the title, this video will be the first of 4 in a series I'll be doing for the last 2 weeks of October leading up to Halloween. It'll be like a Trinidad folklore type of series, so this is the first video of that. It's currently very late at night. It is 1:23 a.m. Could you see that? Okay, yeah, it's like 1:23 a.m. and I am filming this and I'm scared, so yeah, it is what it is though. I had to film it because yeah, I just had to film it. Basically how it will go is I do my best to turn myself into one of these characters, one of these folklore characters for each video. I will keep the character a surprise until the video airs, so you would know which character is which video. Post this on my Instagram sometime though, but anyway, that's off the topic. For this video I'll be doing a Soucouyant. I thought I would start off with something that everybody knows, so I chose this, and I feel like it's also one of the more common ones. I'll be doing my best to translate the image of the folklore character onto my face. So I hope you enjoy this video and by extension the series. Okay, so as the story goes, the Soucouyant is an old woman. If I'm not mistaken, it could only be a woman, and is the oldest woman in your village, well, supposedly, and she would shapeshift at night and suck your blood. So I don't know, I'm so scared talking about it. She would shapeshift at night and suck your blood. As the story goes, she trades the blood for, I think, powers or something to that effect. I can't be too sure. I did read up on it, but I read up a couple different things, so I'm not really sure. So being that it is the oldest woman in your town, I'm going to attempt to make myself look older via some under eye bags that I'm about to make with cotton and liquid latex. So while I do that, I will read a little story from somebody on Twitter. So I'm getting these stories from a hashtag on Twitter that was trending a while back. It's hashtag TT Folklore. If you're on Twitter, you probably came across it. It's where people from Trinidad was telling their own folklore stories, right? So this girl, she was telling her story about the time she thinks she made her uncle get bitten from a Soucouyant by accident. Also, she says in the story, right? So oh my gosh, me laughing. But okay, yeah, anyway, so this is the story. Alright, so my family planned a lime in a beach house in Mayaro some years ago. I was still in primary school at that time, so it was my immediate family, aunts and uncles. My parents, being obsessed with being early, ensured we reached on time, so we got in around 4 p.m. We were looking around the house. It belonged to a rich family friend who lent it to us. I went upstairs and was looking through the window when I noticed salt along the window pane. Mind you, I'm not from country. My parents led me to believe folklore was old folks and was bored. She said, mind you, I'm not from country. My parents led me to believe folklore was old folks, was bored with that. I believe she meant to say probably folklore was something made up by old folks who were bored. I don't know. But yeah, so the girl was like, salt, and began to wipe it away. I literally went to every window in that house and wiped away the salt. So about an hour later, the rest of my fam showed up and everyone was hype. It was a long weekend, fam was drinking and playing cards. The most I got was a Malta, so that night everyone went to sleep lit. My aunt and this particular uncle shared the only room on the ground floor. That room was AC'd. The next morning, my aunt was complaining that the room was overcooled. Everyone just associated it with she's not accustomed to AC, and she insisted that even when they took it off, it was still cool. Of course, no one studied her. So before I continue with the story, I just want to catch you all up to speed with what's going on my face, right? These are under eye bags I did with cotton and latex. So I just dipped the cotton in some latex and formed them around my face into like bag shape. So I just formed them into like eye bag shapes under my eyes, and I'll cover it all over with foundation. I'll just peel it off. Ouch, ouch, ouch. You would want to patch this if you do decide to recreate this. If you do, please tag me in pictures or send me pictures. I'll leave my Instagram on the screen right here and also at the end of the video. If you recreate this, please send me pictures, or if you post the pictures, tag me something so I can see. And yeah, so this is for the under eye bags. I'll do them over with foundation, and then I would use coffee and more latex to put onto my face and give it that burn like effect. When everyone came out for breakfast, my uncle had this black and blue mark on his neck, very prominent. So my fam started to make fun of my aunt and uncle for, But both of them were super confused because neither could remember getting down and dirty. My aunt again stated that she didn't do that and started to doubt herself. Me, not making the connection, went to the first ex-salted window and looked out. It was upstairs, and I saw drops of blood like a trail leading towards the side of the house. With the under eye bags, I just want to, they're not skin colors yet, but they will be when I blend it in. But I just want to add little shadows in here, so I'll be doing that with some eyeshadow. And the eyeshadow that I'm using is from the James Charles palette. Actually, would I buy? Yeah, probably. The eyeshadow that I'm using to make those little shadows is from the James Charles palette, and I'm using No Beans. It's like a brown, like a dark brown, and I'll mix it with Benny. No Beans is this one, and Benny is this one. So these two, I'll mix them to create the shadows in my under eye bags. Okay, so a little recap, right? This girl and her family, they go to a beach house. She sees salt on the windows of of the house. She wipe away the salt, and then the next morning she uncle wake up with a black and blue mark. So I don't know if you remember at the beginning of the video, at the very beginning, I don't know if I did mention, but basically a way to keep away the Soucouyant is to keep salt by like your window, or I believe any of the openings in your house. Basically it's like your window, your door, etc. You keep salt there, and that's said to keep away the Soucouyant. So these people, they had, well, whoever the house owners were, they have salt by their windows, and this girl doesn't know about the salt and she wipes it away. The window faced the back of the house and overlooked the beach. So I decided to play Dora the Explorer and investigate the blood. I ran downstairs, went outside, and I kid you not, I saw the blood and it disappeared in front of my eyes. I was like, huh? So I followed the trail to the side. But the same thing happened. The blood disappeared. Another aunt came to look for me and she asked what happened. I tried explaining to her what happened and she didn't believe me until I mentioned the salt. She hurried, gave me some salt, and told me to go back and put salt on every window. I was still unaware of its purpose, so I decided to stay up that night and look through the same upstairs window. That night, when everyone was asleep, I saw it, pacing back and forth, right by the window of my uncle who was bitten the night before. It was a white, clothed figure just pacing. It looked like he was looking for a way to get in. I think it realized someone was watching, and then I just saw a bright, blinding light, and when I looked again, it was gone. Alright, so now for a little mess, and then we'll continue the story, right? I finished with the under eye bag, so it'll be a layer of the latex, a layer of the coffee, latex over it again, and then I'll paint it. Okay, so that's the end of this person's story. I just want to read one of the comments for y'all. I'll screenshot it and put it up, but one was real funny. The person used, probably shouldn't be laughing at this one, the person used like GIF throughout the video, and for this one, remember the part of the story where she was like salt and went to wipe down each window. Watch the one that she used. It's like a woman wiping down a counter. And then for the this one kind of scary. This was the GIF that she used. Yeah, this was the one she used for the last part. So yeah, I thought that was funny. Somebody in the comments was like, so you going in people's house and wiping away what they have there? It's funny. I have one more of these stories to tell y'all, so before I finish this, right? There's just two. I wouldn't do too much, so I'll just tell y'all this other one, and well, I'll tell y'all while I do the rest, and I'll put the names of the people up on the screen who I got the story from. So well, I'll put the screenshots up of the people. So now for the second person, their story goes like this. This was when I got bitten by a Soucouyant when I lived Enterprise. Now, my bedroom was located at the back of the house next to the garage. Unfortunately, my sister and I were while playing and broke the latch for one of the windows. So my stepdad jammed the window shut until he could fix it, which he didn't, so we could not open the window. One day, the light in the garage blew and we started hearing knocking on the window. We got up. When I got up the following day, the window we jammed shut was wide open and I had a mark on my leg. So now my aim is to cover all of the coffee with latex so it could look burnt. Well, no. So now my aim is to cover all of the coffee with this liquid latex so I could rip apart the latex and coffee, and it will look like actually burnt and like burnt skin, you know, because we're looking for a burnt skin look in honor of our folklore character, if you will. Not thinking anything about it, I went and showed my mom my leg and told her about the window. I never saw my mom look so grey before. She called my great-grandmother and told her about it. She then rubbed lime on the mark. Apparently the first person you see after you rub the lime on the wound is the one that bit you. So right now I am just painting the look. For the burnt look, I'm doing like red and like black in between, and then I'll like just go in and like basically like tear apart. So I'm using red and black, and then I'll just take one of my carving tools afterwards and try to rip apart the coffee and latex. The first person I saw was my stepdad's great aunt. Moms then promptly replaced the light bulb and the window latch, sprinkled salt, saged the house, and made my sis and I say some psalms. I never got bitten again, but you always heard knocking against that window. After the lady died, the knocking stopped. I just wanna pick apart. So this is basically it, but one more thing. That is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope you enjoyed the makeup as well. I'll be uploading 2 videos this week and 2 videos next week as well, leading up to Halloween. I know we don't really celebrate Halloween in Trinidad, but this is my way of doing a little celebration, so I hope you enjoyed. If you decide to recreate this, please tag me in pictures. I'll leave all my social media on the screen and down below. If you have any questions about the look, you can ask down in the comments. I'll be reading and responding to all of them. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you for the next 3 videos in the series. Bye.